Welcome back. Because this app is a web app, you access it using your web browser. On the address bar of your browser, you type in electrisim.vassel.app, or you use modeconcept.github.io/electrisim. So it will bring you over to this welcome window where you have get started, instructions, about, and quit. To get started, we'll click on this, get started. To get instructions on how to use the app, go to instructions. To know more about the app, go to about. Now, I'm going to go to get started. On the workspace, I have a already made project, already made demo, which I placed here so that you'll be able to see what the app can do from the onset without having to go through the process of creating your own project. Now, this basic project I have here is a light controlled by one way switch, supplied from consumer unit, normal consumer unit, where you have main switch, you have MCB. I have supply to 30 volts, have meter showing me the load current, the power, and the voltage. Consumer unit, main switch is an ROCD, MCB. I have bulb connected to ceiling rows, and the switch, one-way switch that controls the bulb. Now I will go to start simulation. The bulb has come up because the switch is already on. When I click on the switch to turn it off, the bulb goes off. On, the bulb comes up. Now I want to see the terminals of my components, to see how the current flows in and out of the components. I will just go to activate to open here, to open the components. So the components are now open. I can see how current flows from the supply through the consumer unit, through the MCB and the consumer unit, to the ceiling rows, the loop terminal, coming to the switch, common of the switch, to the L1 of the switch, going through the return line of the switch, to the switch line terminal on the ceiling rows, to the bulb, and the neutral returns through the neutral terminal of the ceiling rows to the main neutral terminal of the consumer unit, and onto the meter and back to the supply. This is basically how the current flows. You can equally see the switching operation. When I click on the switch, you see that switch will open and current will stop flowing. And when current stops flowing, the bulb goes off. When I click on the switch again, current will start flowing and the bulb comes up. So this is basically what happens in a real life switch. In a real life switch that controls a point of light in this nature. Current flows in these directions and the switch operates in this manner through a circuit breaker, and the main switch. When I turn off from the main switch, everything goes down. Turn it on, it comes up. The MCB of the point it controls, the sub-circuit goes off. On again, it comes up. See? So when I switch off from the switch controlling the bulb, there is still voltage in the lines. The lifeline are still active, but from the switch to the bulb, there is no supply. There is no life, and as such, current is not flowing in the circuit because in the whole circuit there is no load drawing current because the bulb is off. When I switch on back, circuit is completed. Bulb draws current and current start flowing. So that is basically what happens in a real life circuit of this nature. You stay with me. When we come back, I will show you what the panels stand, what you can do with the panels, build your own project, and so on. Thank you very much.